Good morning, my YouTubers. How are you? Well, I am in week 3, right? I think it's 3. August 24th. Supposed to be in my second week of, what's that? Not strain parade foods. I'm eating. I said that last video. Still eating. So let's get to the stats. As far as the numbers are, started off my highest weight ever was over 300 pounds, 3 plus. I don't know, but hey, that's what it was. I came down very quickly. But for the last 25 years, 26 years, I've ranged between 230 on average, 228 to about 250. So this year at the end of July, I was 264 pounds. Surgery date, I was on August 24th, 2015, GMBC, Dr. Bellows. I was 250. And guess what? Today, YouTubers, 239 and a half. I didn't lose any weight, but I realized I think I know what the problem is. Yes, I'm full of it. Yes. Not that I'm not going to the bathroom, but I'm not going as regular, and I feel, when you eat a high protein diet, it doesn't move the same as it does when you're eating lots and lots of vegetables. So I have been taking some time and reading. I've got this book. My room's a mess. Where's the book? Where's the book? Let me go get my book. Oh yes. I'm looking thinner. I'm looking thinner. People are noticing. I'm noticing. Okay. So they call this the ultimate gastric sleeve success. So I've been reading this. And there's another guy who was the doctor for a pound of cure a day, where they want you to eat a pound of vegetables, fruits and vegetables every day, which helps. And that's the fiber. So this says get your protein in. So, if you're having 2 to 3 meals a day, make sure that they're high in protein. So if you get 20 to 30 grams, if you have 4 meals at 20 grams, that's 80. They say get 85 in. If you try to get 30 in at 3 meals a day, that's 90. However you got to do it. Maybe one meal might have more than the other. I'm getting mine in. This is my coffee. I made a smoothie. I put it in the bullet with my protein powder, which is 43 grams of protein. I'll be sipping on this for a moment. I went to the store. So this is Fiber Choice, has probiotics. I'm gonna see how that works, because that has fiber, and we see what happens next week. I do drink sometimes this Chinese diet tea that cleanses you, and I'm feeling sluggish, like in my bowels, kind of like I don't know if that's the best word to say it, but I remember prior to surgery, if I wanted to do a cleanse, because I feel sluggish, like I got all that stuff left up in me, I could lose 5 to 10 pounds. So it's possible I could have lost 5 to 10 pounds, but we won't know really, So I'm working on that. There are a lot of non-scale victories, what they call it, NSV. My clothes look better. I feel better. I have energy. I'm exercising. I'm trying not to eat as much supplement. I'm trying to supplement with food, not these, because you know what? Protein powders are still processed. Protein, the snacks, the bars, that's still processed food. The goal here is to learn how to re-eat. And I want to eat better. I mean, I don't want to not eat. I mean, I enjoy food. I enjoy cooking it. I enjoy making up recipes and everything. I just made a kale salad in it. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to eat the kale salad, because I've been trying to eat it, but it feels like stuff gets a little stuck. Like I want to, but it tastes good. Maybe I might cook it and maybe it'll go down better. Now that's a possibility. So I will try that. But it's a raw dish. You know, I have the Bragg amino acids. I put a little bit of the Bragg apple cider in it, just a little bit, some olive oil, and carrots. And I put this morning I mixed with some tomatoes and avocado. Put it in the bullet. Tried to like get it a little bit smooth, and then I mixed it all together, tossed it all around, and you know. That's a really good, nutritious meal. I remember hearing somewhere kale is the new steak protein, or whatever. Who knows? I mean, everything has the building blocks of life, which is protein, fat, and carbohydrates. Everything has it, but just a matter of what kind of dimension, what kind of chemistry does it have? The more protein or more carbs? You know. So I'm learning a lot about food, and why shouldn't I? Because food's been my friend for how long? I'm 46 years old. So that's it. I also dealing with thoughts, gluttony. I've always been a glutton. I like everything. Give it to me all, you know. And I'm learning about the food right now is I really have to be careful how much I put on my plate. Because, you know, you got those tapes that play. Like, when I was younger, I could not get up from the table until I ate everything off my plate. And they still play, even though I know better. But they're so strong. Not only that, it's like, yeah, but it's so good. Why waste it? Why not waste it? I mean, what's it doing for you? It's not going to do anything for you. So I'm working with my desires like that. Now, I do find that I eat every I'm like, whether it's a snack, whether it's a meal, something every 2 to 3 hours. Unless I'm like really busy and I'm not thinking about it. Like, I was out dancing. Oh yes, I went out dancing. I was out dancing on Friday night, and food was not on my mind. And even when it crossed my mind, it was just, you know, and I just kept on dancing, right? Okay. Yeah, I needed, but as soon as I got home, I think I grabbed something to eat just to have some nutrition, because, you know, I was off balance. So, you know, these are my fiber. I'm trying to get those in at least 3 times a day. I was doing liquid vitamins, but I find with these, I can bring them out with me more so I can remember. So then I said, let me get the bariatric chewable vitamins, because that way I can do the same thing and get them in, because I wasn't getting it in the bottle, because I'm not going to carry that big old alive bottle with me everywhere. So I got that in. Let me see what else. That's about it. If you leave me some questions also, we could talk about it. Like I said, today, you know, the scale staying the same. But you know what? I'm not worried, because guess what? My body is getting used to this. I mean, if you get into a stall, don't worry. Allow your body to adjust. And it's early on. I'm not worried. My sleeve is fine. It's my body. It's my mind. There's some thoughts that I need to break through, because I believe it starts inside first before it shows outside. So maybe I got some things to work on. I worked on a lot. I mean, to be 26 pounds down, or 25 pounds down, that's a lot. You know, that's a lot of work that I did. It's a lot of work to even get to this place. So I'm not going to sit there and be upset about it. For what? The weight's going to come down anyway. Guess what? My blood pressure this morning was 90 over 50, 54. No, it was 90 over 60. It was 90 over 60. I mean, you can't beat that. You know, I was in the pool water jogging for an hour, and I swam. I mean, you can't beat that. I walked 3 miles last week. I'm getting ready to walk probably 3 miles today, you know, during my lunch break or something, to get it out of the way. I'm stretching every morning. Now, that's something that I added to my routine. I get up in the morning, I meditate. And on the day, what's coming up, any downloads that I need from spirit that I need to focus on to make sure I get done. Then I get up and I do some kind of yoga qigong movements, you know, where you're just loosening up your joints. A friend of mine told me that joint work is so important to loosen up. And you'll notice in the morning, if you're doing your stretches or, you know, moving all your joints around and opening up everything, you might hear some cracking, because you've been resting all night. he likes to say recharging. So, you're recharging your body. And so everything is stiff. And so before you just move out into the world, you should loosen it. And I don't even know how many movements. I got the head movement. I got the shoulder movements, going around, up and down, around. I did these arm things going up and down and all like this. And I got this thing going and go drop down and let the body, and it opens up the spine. I got the leg work going. I mean, hey, if it takes a half an hour, that's going to help me in the end. That's a non-scale victory. You cannot, there's no cost or no value. It's so powerful that to be able to stretch. I mean, I am so tight. My muscles are so tight. When I was 16 years old, I had surgery on my back for scoliosis. I had this beautiful S curve. And, they straightened me out to the best of their ability. And ever since then, I was like, oh my God, from 16 on, I didn't want to move too hard. I didn't want to break it. I was just so, scared. But it's just like, it's a part of me now. But because of all those years of not doing all those stretches, I am tight. My arms, the way they go up. So I'm working on that. Hey, I'm 46 years old. Who knows? I'll be like a pretzel when I'm 70. Yeah, I'll be able to put this foot on up over my head, Who knows? So anyway, maybe, so anyway, let's see what else. So I'm working on the spiritual aspect, which is coming through the soul aspect. I'm in church. I'm in one of the church that I've been a part of for almost about 7 years now, and I like what they teach. You're gonna go to church. Go to a church where you like what they're teaching. Because let me tell you, don't get caught up in the people, because people are people. We are human. We make errors. We don't always make the right decisions. But if the word, if it's Bible based, if it's principle based, if it's going to help you move to, and it makes sense, and it's something where it's not going to mess with your like, it makes sense. It's the truth. Like there are spiritual laws out here that you must abide by. Gravity, what goes up must come down in this frame, in this area, because in the moon there's no gravity, but it has to be relevant. Can you make it relevant to your life? If it's not relevant, it doesn't make any sense. So find things that are principle. Like, one of the things we believe in, 5 basic principles. First one is right thinking. Thoughts come all the time, but hook up with the ones that produce, the effect that you want. Right feelings, because see, when a feeling and a thought come together, bam, you got something it's going to produce. And then right words, right actions, and reactions. We call them the 5 righteous brothers. Right thinking, right feeling, right words, right actions, and reactions. Because when you come from that place, and you come from that centered place, not based on your experiences from the past, because that seemed to work. No. If you get into the silence every day, in touch with who you really are at your very essence, where you are spirit first, clothed in the soul, expressing in your body affairs. So if you take time after you've slept through the night and get centered in who you really are, not the job, not the mommy, not the this and not the that, but who you really are is spirit. That force of nature that moves everything, that causes everything. That's who you really are. At the lowest atom, there is spirit moving. There's chi, there's energy, whatever you want to call it. That's who you are. And here's the thing, you can cut your arm. You don't know where it begins or ends. So when Jesus said, I and the Father are one, you can say the same thing. You and the Father are one. He's just the first of many. But anyway, we're not going to go into that theological. But I just want you to get to that place where your mind, it says renewing of your mind, being transformed by the renewal of your mind. And you can do that every single morning. So every morning that you get there, you start your thinking off right. You start off, with the right feelings that mix with those right thoughts. I am a child of God. I am God. Am I God of the universe? It's in me, but I'm only God of my life. But I am I am joy. I am love. I am peace. I am justice. I am truth. I am all of those things that are good and lovely and just. And you feel it. You feel it. Then your words become that. You're not going to create stories on things. You're not going to be talking about gossip. You want to stay centered in truth. And you stick with those words. So when you act from those words, you start acting. And then when other things happen, when you react, it's not a reaction off of what happened, but you're just reacting off of life itself. You did this and then you reacted off of that, but not in a reactive way because it happened. No, because it started first from the first one. Right thinking. So those are the things that I'm working with. That's one of my tools. So I was saying, wherever you are, make sure that they have tools that you can use and you can apply that's relevant to your life. If it's a place that's always, I'm sorry, this is my opinion. If you're always talking about the devil this, or the enemy this, you never get a chance to take responsibility for, you know what, I did that. I made that choice. And so because of my error thinking, I missed the mark. And when I missed the mark, XYZ happened. But guess what? In a matter of a twinkling in the eye, you can change all that. It doesn't have to stay that way. As a shamanic practitioner, I'm not going to get into the dark energy or whatever. That's that. But before you can deal with those type of things, you really need to understand what the oh my God. Well, you got to really understand who you are first. And when you understand who you are first, then you can deal with all those other things. But first, take responsibility for you. Make sure that your thinking is right and your feelings are right, and you're not making stories and creating stories over things you don't even have the facts for. So it's just keeping centered on those. Those are the things that I think about all the time and deal with. And that's about it. So thank you for tuning in. Until next week. I think next week is let me see. I think it's my doctor's appointment. So I'll be on week 4. Or is it? No. When do I see that? Oh, Dr. Bellows, I see on the 24th. So next Thursday, I see him. Maybe I'll wait till Thursday to do the video so I can tell you everything that happened instead of having to wait another week. So I'm getting used to the Wednesdays. The phone is ringing. That is my day job. Oh, no, it's not. Haha, that's good. My day job is answering phones. So anyway, with that in mind, before my phone calls do start for work, I just want to wish you love. Namaste, which means that I behold the divinity that's in you, which is in everyone. When I see you, you're a reflection of me. I love you, and until next time, bye-bye.